Redditors who have actually won $X per week month year for life. How did you win it and how's that going for you? I won free toilet paper for a family for life, which is 60 rolls a month. I give them to a homeless shelter. One of my friends won a $5,000 a week for life in the NY lottery a few years back. It's actually only for 40 years, but that's plenty of time to save for retirement and live a long happy life. He's doing well because he isn't acting like a lotto winner. It's as if it was the social security he was receiving previously. He is disabled. He still has his friends, too. It pretty much went as best as possible. He must be a level-headed person. I once won a year of free groceries. They gave me $52 $100 gift cards to use any way I wanted. I was single and ate and drank like a goddamn king that year. Nobody went hungry when I was around. That's the dream for me. Neighbor won $500 a week for life. He quit his job, divorced his wife, and moved into a small apartment across town where the rent was cheap and now he almost never leaves. He has everything delivered to his house from Amazon. I make more than that and I'm still broke WTF. I once won a year's supply of calendars from a local gift shop. They gave me one calendar worth $2.99. Haha, that's freaking brilliant. I got free pizza for a year. 12 pizzas. I got 12 pizzas. It was about a month ago and I've used around 4 of them already. It's not gonna last a year. I'd say that's some bulls, but you've already eaten 4 free pizzas and have 8 more, you bastard. I get free Oreos for life. I won an Oreo stacking contest when I was 10. I am 21 now and glad to say that I do not have diabetes. I won free bagels from a bagel shop for a year. It was good for 13 bagels, 2 loaves of bread, and 2 tubs of cream cheese spread each month. I tried 3 different locations and none of the managers believed that the voucher I won was legitimate at their store. They all gave me different reasons for why they wouldn't accept my voucher. Call corporate. My older cousin won $5 grand a month for life. It ruined him. He got all paranoid about people only wanting to be around him because he had money. We live in a rural, fairly low wage area, so that's a lot of money to some people. If you ever mentioned it to him, he just stopped talking to you. He's pretty much a loner now with almost nothing to show for it. Web developer here. I made a website for a local pizza chain. The owner paid me then asked for support. I gave him a price, $75 HR. And he suggested free pizza for life. I took it. I've enjoyed excellent quality free pizza about 10 times since 2006. He's had me do about an hour's worth of maintenance. I just walk into one of his stores, order a pie, and when they ask for payment I say call Tom. They do. They talk, then they hand me the pizza. It's kind of cool actually. It sounds like it's only free pizza for you, for Tom's life. Once he dies, they'll have no way to confirm it's free. I won a free movie from Blockbuster for a year. Ended up being 1 rental per week card. After a couple weeks I realized it was just a coupon for 1 free rental and I used it as often as needed. Eventually I modded my original Xbox and started renting multiple games a day and copying them to my hard drive. I killed the Blockbuster. Lots of people killed Blockbuster. Won a year's supply of dog food when I was 10 and tried to convince my mom that it was the perfect time to finally get a dog, as it must be a sign. We did not get a dog. I gave the vouchers to my neighbor. My parents were in the first 50 people at a new car wash place and got free car wash for life. I entered a radio competition in the 90s for free music every month for a year. I didn't win that, but I won the consultation prize, which was a copy of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. We already had a copy of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. A rep from the station told me they would mail it out on the 15th. Well, it arrived but never stopped arriving. On the 15th of every month a copy of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill would show up in the mail. This happened till we had about 6 copies of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. I called and asked the radio station if they could send something else besides Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, but they did not. They just corrected their error. Later that year my sister got a birthday present from one of her friends. When she opened it, it was a copy of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. I won free iced coffees for a year from DD, but instead they sent $500 in gift cards. Not mad. Interestingly enough, my girlfriend also won the exact same contest. 3-day contest. She won the first day and I won the third and final day. Marry her. Retire on that sweet Dunkin' Donuts money. 1 free scoop of ice cream a week from the local ice cream place. I won an ice cream eating contest. Yum. A family friend frantically bought a scratch off while fleeing a road rage driver. She was telling the clerk to call the police on a parked car that had followed her to the gas station. She gets $3K a week and works because she wants to, and not because she has to. Every gift she gives now comes with a lotto ticket. £40,000 per year for life on a £10 national lottery scratch card. It was that or £1 million up front. I had just turned 21 at the time, so my dad made me take the annuity because I'd just spunk the £1 million in a couple of years left to my own devices. Now it's good. It takes care of my mortgage every year, so my salary is just for me and the family. We get a couple of nice holidays a year but don't live to excess. 27 yo now, so I'm sure I'll see over £1 million over the next 40, 50, 60 years. With sound financial planning, taking the million upfront would be the best idea. At 21 and poor decision making, taking the 40k is probably the safer bet. My friend won free lunch for a year at a school fundraiser, but he had to enter in his account number so they could at least document it. He was promptly given a limit on how much he could have. I get free lunch anyways because of my parents' low income. I shared this story already, but my neighbor won $1,000 a week for life on a lottery scratch-off ticket. I haven't seen him around recently, but he lived at his childhood home with his parents for a while and owned 2 Corvettes. He also loved dogs, and would always stop me to pet my dog when I would walk by. He was always a nice guy who seemed to be smart with his winnings. Smart with winnings. Lived with parents. 2 Corvettes. Makes sense. I won a year's supply of Nestle sweets and chocolates in a quiz on the radio when Toy Story 2 came out. You had to answer 3 questions about Toy Story, then you got entered into a draw to either go to space camp in Cape Canaveral or cowboy camp in Arizona. But you got the chocolate for just getting on the radio. I got the 3 questions right, but some other kid won the draw. Then the chocolate arrived in one big shipment. Huge boxes of it. It was literally incredible. Then my mom made me bring it into school and share it out among everyone in my year. A few kg of chocolate and I hardly saw any of it. Ungrateful little shoots ate it all in minutes. I'm still bitter. Sounds like the runner-ups of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. My family won free KFC for a year when I was in the 8th grade. We got a 30pc family bucket each month, but had to pay for everything else. It was pretty decent. I won free Chinese food for a year from a local Chinese place in my old town. They gave me 52 vouchers good for 1 dinner each, and then closed a month later. I was not a happy fat man. That reminds me of a beer company that had a contest in which whoever got the biggest tattoo of their logo got free beer for life. Well, one guy gets a full back piece and wins. The company then went under about a year or 2 later. A grocery store chain had a win a year's worth of bananas contest a couple years ago. I had to watch a video about how they store their bananas and then answer a question. I thought, what the heck? My kid loves bananas, and entered, and I won. They sent me a gift card for the equivalent of a year's worth of bananas. $300. We spent most of it on meat. Totally worth it. I feel like maybe you won because you were the only one who entered. The sister of my friend won a car when she got a special Oreo in a packet. You could win different prizes depending on what your special Oreo said, like trip or car or whatever. Nabisco came to our school. We had a big pep rally thing. They gave the girl, who was like 13, a new VW Beetle filled with packages of Oreos. Everyone at the school got a pack of double stuff Oreos. They had just come out. It was awesome. Girl's parents sold the car, started a college fund. Anyone who went around to visit got tons of free Oreos. I think they eventually just donated hundreds of packets to a food bank. That's a pretty awesome story. Most people who win cars full of food just end up in a car crash and with diabetes. Free chic filler a week for a year. Just had to be one of the first 100 people at a new store. It's pretty good. I read an article for college about lottery winners in Sweden, and god dang does it sound difficult on your social life. Friends of the winners felt that if they were buying food and looking for deals or being sensible with their money that they should relax and not worry too much you have loads of money. Also that the winners should pay for meals and drinks just cause they were better off. But the kicker was when lottery winners spent too much on something or done anything out of the ordinary with the winnings. The friends told them not to be careless with the money and smarten up. Basically a vicious circle for winners where they are doomed if they do and doomed if they don't. Any similar experiences for lotto winners? Simple solution. Just make sure you don't have any friends. I'm almost there. I receive $500 a month. I won it by not falling out of an airplane properly and receiving a disability discharge from the army. It's going well. We use the money as the family vacation fund. Every now and then I get lucky enough to be the 1 millionth visitor to a website. I am still waiting to collect around 30 iPods. My grandfather won the lottery for $2 million. He died 2 years later to prostate cancer. My mom was the recipient for the remaining 18 years of $80,000 a year after taxes. That time period has now expired. When I was younger my brother won a 7-Up bottle cap contest which either allowed you to appear on TV or get a pair of 7-Up boxers. He chose the boxers. Good choice. TV is for suckers. Not me, but my brother was hit by a car when he was 7 and my parents had a killer insurance policy on him. He gets $7,000 a month for the rest of his life and got $1.20 million when he was 25. Since he was 15, he has been addicted to crack, been in jail 6 times for violent crimes, one of which very nearly killed a guy, and has 5 children with 5 different mothers. Because of the kids, he pays almost all of his settlement money in child support every month and has to work as a dishwasher at a crappy diner to get by. The $1.20 million was spent long ago on drugs, cars he destroyed and parties he threw for his friends. If true, that is beyond sad. A friend of an acquaintance won $2,000 a week for 20 years or something, spends it mostly on crack. His crack guy is the real winner, no taxes at all. Years after World War II, the German government began paying reparations of sorts to victims' families of the Holocaust. I don't know what it used to be, but once a year we get something like $14 in the mail. It's a bit odd. Years ago M&M was having a contest where you won something like $10,000 a year for the rest of your life if you opened a special pack of M&Ms. I was at work one day, opened a pack of peanut M&Ms at my desk. They had bits of other color shells stuck to the outside of all the candies. I looked at them, thought to myself this is weird, then ate them and threw the package away. In the next couple of days, saw a commercial letting me know I fricked myself out of some serious cash. The girl that sat across from me thought it was hilarious. My question is, did I lose my one chance at something seriously glorious, or is there something still in the cards for me? Number, you blew it. In middle school I was in a science class that won a contest for free M&Ms. The teacher got all of our information to make sure we all got our share after it got sorted out, as it was approaching summer break. None of us ever got our M&Ms and I can only assume the teacher ate them all himself and won himself some diabetes. I won a year's worth of chocolate. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate. I'm more of a savory person myself, so I was expecting my winnings to last well over a year. It ended up lasting less than a month. Everyone kept taking a few bars here and there thinking I wouldn't notice since there was so much. By the time I actually went to get some for myself there was 2 bars and a pack of hot chocolate mix left. I won free Applebee's for a year which turned out to be $600 in gift cards. Kinda lame. Spent most of it on beer. Free beer is never lame, young grasshopper. You have been visited by the ingenious Joe. Comment brain so you always see the glass half full. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.